The Valley. Not Minogue, they should be so lucky, but Dean, who's worn the #1 shirt with real distinction so far this season. Here's a compilation of some of his greatest hits.
And in there is one shot. What a save by Kiely.
Dean Burton is in. Dean Kiely just got a touch. What a save.
Ferdinand! Oh, what a save!
I've come across a lot of talented players, even my position. But at the end of the day, it doesn't just you don't get through on just talent and ability alone. You've got to harness it with something, and it's a desire and a belief in your own ability to get you to the top.
That was his goal 13 years ago when Coventry signed him, but one Steve Ogrizovic stood in his way.
John Sullick did say to me, I remember he got me in and said, keep going. He said, hockey can't go on forever. And I'm thinking he was thinking maybe a year, 18 months down the line I might get him a chance. And he meant a decade, I think.
So he chose to drop down the divisions. He had 6 years at York, then 3 with Bury. Glamorous, it was not.
The season got promoted. I think at the end of it, the promotional bonus worked out at, I think it was £4,500 or something like that. And I went away and I earned that self-same money in about 3 weeks, working with my dad, laying cables on the motorways and that around the Midlands. Basically because I think everyone has a perception that whatever level you play at, if you're a footballer, you've got loads of money, you've got a nice car, you've got a nice house, and it just isn't the case.
Now, though, his career's come full circle. When selected for England's under-17s, he played alongside a striker called Shearer. Last weekend, they were on opposite sides, and while one's international career is over, the other's has been revived by the Republic of Ireland.
Back then, the 17-year-olds, you're all on equal footing, you're all meant to be really the best in your age group in the country, sort of thing. So to see the routes and roads that different people have taken, I mean, his career is phenomenal. But here we are now, like you say, we're playing at the same standard, playing in the same division, and trying to achieve the same things, really.
Now that I've really got a chance, everything's falling into place.
Arguably the man of the match was their goalkeeper. He made some fantastic saves at important times, which has got to get a break at the right time rather than coming against these goalkeepers making great saves.
5 years ago when I was playing at Brentford, no one would know if I was man of the match or was a villain of the piece, really. But I knew that, and I know this week or next week, whatever, how Dean Kiely's performed.
So too does his coach. Mervyn Day was a top-class keeper himself, first with West Ham and later at Leeds.
We really brought him in as a goalkeeper that would give us a level of consistency, so you haven't really got to worry about sort of ups and downs in form. You know what you get. I think the fact that he's light and he can hit the ground and bounce up virtually straight away means that if he has to make a second save, he's always in a good position. And I think obviously the ability to make saves in one-on-one situations as well, which he's done on occasions as well for us this year, all goes up to make really what Dino is at the moment, and that is a very high-class Premiership goalkeeper.
And like any keeper, you have to be slightly mad. This won't be found in any coaching manual.
I'm making a promotional video for a fellow that does my gloves and boots, and just striking balls in, the lad serving the balls on a half volley, and I did a forward roll and then turned my back to play and set off for the top corner backwards, and it struck me in the middle of the back, and people were saying about it's a sixth sense for a ball and this, that and the other, and I believe on tape it looks really, really good, so it's just a bit of fun really, a bit of light-hearted entertainment really.
And for entertainment, look no further than Charlton. A win today against Kiely's old club, and they could go third in the table.
May the 7th we were nationwide Division 1 champions. May the 8th we were everyone's favourites for relegation, along with your Ipswiches and teams like that. It's about proving them wrong as well, them doubters or whatever, individually and collectively. I realise up and down the country people would be saying, You know, Dean Kiely looks a good keeper, or Dean Kiely, I'm not sure. I'm not bothered. All I know is that I feel very comfortable at this level, although it's very early on. I feel comfortable at this level. I keep putting the hours in on a training ground, keep working hard. I think I can always get 5–10% out of my game, keep raising the standards. And if I keep going like that, I'm sure I'll be fine, and that's what the club are doing collectively, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
Oh, and it's against the frame of the goal via Kiely.
It is really, really special. I think, obviously, you know, the capacity and the crowd and just the general aura around the place is that it's one of winners, and it rubs off on everything.
Vivas will take the penalty. Kiely with a brilliant save! Quite close to the keeper, but Kiely did extremely well.
From the soles of his boots to one of the safest pairs of hands in the Premiership, Dean Kiely of Charlton Athletic is a goalkeeper who's found it's taken him years to become an overnight sensation. Salford-born Kiely made his debut in 1990 for Little York City. He went on to make 210 league appearances over 6 years in a long apprenticeship.
York offered me a chance to go and show people what I could do, and my time there was, you know, it was a good grounding, a good base for me, and I played a lot of games there, and it gave me a lot of experience in a short space of time.
Humble Gig Lane was the next port of call. He played 137 games for Bury and kept 19 clean sheets in a season, even though the club were relegated.
Bury came along, I was out of contract, and Stan Turner phoned me up and said he'd amassed a side that he thought could get promotion out of the second division, and it was one player short, and that was a goalkeeper, and he wanted the goalkeeper to be me. Very flattered by it, and true to his word, I went, and in the first season we went up as champions.
But Kiely always had ambitions of playing at the top level, and his dream took a step nearer reality in 1999 when Charlton Athletic, who'd been following his career closely, signed him for £1 million.
For me, it was a chance to join a club that from day one were just saying they'd come out of the Premier League and were saying we're going straight back there. And again, true to their word, Alan Kirbishley and Mervyn Day put me in a side that was very successful, and we went up as champions into the Premier League.
So Kiely was 30 by the time he reached the Premiership, keeping 9 clean sheets in an excellent debut season.
And obviously what I was being asked to do was perform in one of the best leagues in the world. I'd come up all the way through the divisions, I played in every division, and now, or then was the ultimate test what I could do. Could I sort of perform at that level? And standing here now, I feel that I have done. I feel comfortable in the level. I don't feel out of my depth, and I feel experienced and, like I say, comfortable playing in the Premier League week in, week out.
Sheer hard work and a determination to succeed has had its rewards.
The best quality I think that I would say that Dino has is consistency. He has a level of performance which very, very, very rarely drops below excellent.
I like to think that when I'm given the jersey on a Saturday afternoon, I like to think that people know what they're going to get from me, and so players can rely and depend on me. And like I say, standing here now, I think that's the level I've achieved and the standard I've set, I think.
Dean Kiely is not a superstar. He's just a very good, no-nonsense goalkeeper, and that's just the way he and Charlton like it.